I have this MP3 file that I'm going to play right now for you.
All right, so you want to know about evyAI.
You sent us a ton of info on it.
Yeah, clearly you're wondering, like, is this thing legit?
Okay, so that is a podcast that was created by Google about evyAI. Let's listen in. It's 9 minutes long. We're going to listen in while I'm using LinkedIn. I don't know if you can hear it well because I can't hear myself, but I think you should be able to hear my computer audio right now.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth your time?
And we're going to figure that out today.
We're diving deep
Deep
into evyAI.
into what it offers.
And if it really, really lives up to all the hype.
Based on the mountain of material you've given us,
Oh, yeah.
it seems like you're really serious about upping your LinkedIn game.
Mm-hmm. So let's unpack exactly what evyAI brings to the table.
Okay.
So for those who are maybe new to this whole thing.
Now, I'm not sure if this works for you or not, but just listen in. Listen into this.
Yeah.
evyAI, it's kind of like having this like personal assistant, but their entire focus is your success on LinkedIn.
Laser focused.
Creating content, optimizing your profile, even a little bit of networking help.
All with AI.
But here's something that I thought was really interesting. They're big on being TOS compliant, unlike some of those other maybe riskier tools out there. And given your focus, at least from what we've seen, on really doing things the right way and learning and approaching all of this thoughtfully, I figured that's got to be something you're thinking about.
Absolutely. And speaking of doing things right, let's talk about evyAI's Connections dashboard.
Okay.
Which is a pro feature, but it's pretty impressive.
Okay.
Imagine being able to analyze your entire network.
Your whole network.
Uncovering insights you wouldn't believe.
Okay, hold on. Analyze how? Give me the juicy details here.
So you upload your connections.
Okay.
And evyAI gets to work enriching that data with its own massive database. We're talking millions of profiles. Then you can use filters to like slice and dice that information.
Oh, okay.
Create these hyper-targeted segments.
So let's say I'm trying to, I don't know, break into, for example, industry relevant to the listeners provided context past deep dives. Could I filter for people with specific job titles?
Yes.
At my target companies?
Exactly. And get this, users who are using this Connections dashboard, they see a 30% increase in connection acceptance rates compared to just generic requests.
That's huge.
That's the power of strategic networking, right?
Yeah.
No more spammy messages, just genuine connection opportunities.
That's wild. Okay. This already sounds very, very interesting, but evyAI does a lot.
It does.
Like a lot. So we need to figure out what matters most
to you.
Based on what you've shared with us, it seems like you're primarily interested in content, connections, or a balance. So we'll tailor our deep dive accordingly.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
If it's content that you're after, we should definitely explore these AI-powered post templates.
Okay.
The different writing personas. And the custom command box.
Okay, so like fine-tuning on the fly. That's ACLIC. And if networking is a priority?
Oh, then we got to dive into how evyAI can help personalize those, like all-important connection requests, write recommendations that actually get read, and even act as like a mini CRM.
Oh, wow.
In the pro version.
Okay, hold on. Before we get too far, we have to address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Which is authenticity.
Yeah.
How can AI content really reflect your unique voice?
That's the question.
Right.
Any discerning learner would ask.
Right. It's so easy to sound robotic with this stuff. What makes evyAI different?
It's not just about spitting out generic content.
Okay.
They've built in these layers of customization.
Okay.
Starting with choosing your content goals.
Right.
And the overall tone you want to strike.
So, like, do you want to come across as like a thought leader or?
Yeah, like, are you a storyteller? Are you a data whiz?
Right.
evyAI lets you embody those different personas.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about like those times when you need something super specific? Does evyAI allow for that level of control?
Absolutely. They have this custom command box.
Okay.
Where you can give the AI very, very specific instructions.
Okay.
Think of it like this. You're working with a really seasoned graphic designer.
Okay.
You wouldn't just say, make me a logo, right?
Right.
You give them your brand guidelines, your color preferences, maybe even some examples that you like.
I see where you're going with this.
Right. It's the same with evyAI.
Okay.
You're providing the direction, but the AI has the ability to process that and generate this really high quality output.
Okay.
And here's the kicker. It learns from your edits over time.
Oh, really?
The more you use it, the better it understands your style.
That's cool. It's like having an actual writing partner, right?
Exactly.
Who's like evolving alongside you.
Exactly. And it speaks to evyAI's philosophy, right?
Okay.
They're not trying to replace your expertise.
Mm-hmm.
They want to amplify it.
Oh, I like that.
They have this learning hub, actually,
okay,
that goes beyond just teaching you how to use the tool.
Mm-hmm.
They actually delve into broader LinkedIn strategy.
Oh, wow.
Content best practices, engagement techniques.
Hold on. Are you saying they actually encourage users to seek out resources beyond their platform?
Yeah.
What's the thinking behind that?
It's actually quite clever.
Okay.
They recognize that the most successful users aren't just relying on tools.
Right.
They're constantly learning and evolving.
Right.
And by providing that access,
Mm-hmm.
they're positioning themselves as more than just a software solution.
Okay.
They become a partner in your LinkedIn journey.
That's a really interesting approach. It's like they're saying, hey, we're confident in our tool, but we also want you to be the best LinkedIn user you can be, even if that means like looking beyond what we offer.
Precisely.
Wow.
It's about fostering a community of empowered LinkedIn users.
Okay.
Not just creating a customer base.
Right.
And that brings us to another interesting aspect. The team behind evyAI.
Okay, yeah. Tell me more about this team.
You might be surprised to learn that they're not your typical Silicon Valley techies.
Oh.
The creator of evyAI actually has over a decade of experience in LinkedIn training.
Oh, wow.
And has worked with like hundreds of companies.
Really?
From startups
Okay.
to Fortune 500s.
So they've been in the trenches.
Yeah.
They've seen firsthand what works, what doesn't.
Exactly.
And that's a world away from like
Right.
some of these AI tools that are like built in someone's basement.
Exactly.
Right.
They've experienced the pain points,
Yeah.
the frustrations,
Mhm.
the ever-changing algorithms.
Oh, yeah.
And they built evyAI to solve real-world problems
Wow.
that they encountered in their own work.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And it probably explains why they're so focused on like
Right.
the human element.
Yeah.
They're not trying to like replace us with robots, you know?
They're not.
They're trying to make us better at what we do.
Exactly. They even highlight how important it is to use evyAI as a starting point,
Okay.
not the final solution.
Oh, interesting.
Like they encourage you to edit, refine, make the content your own.
Right.
It's like having a really, really skilled editor
I like that.
who can help you polish your ideas
Mhm.
and present them in the best possible light.
Okay, so we've talked about the features, the tech, the team, but let's bring it back to you. You're clearly somebody who values, knowledge,
Yeah.
continuous learning.
Mm-hmm.
Does evyAI align with those values?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right.
And based on everything we've talked about,
Yeah.
I think the answer is like a cautious yes.
Okay.
evyAI seems to be designed with the discerning learner in mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about taking shortcuts
Right.
or gaming the system or anything like that.
Yeah, it's about empowering you
Exactly.
so you make more effective.
More strategic
Mhm.
and ultimately more successful on LinkedIn.
But, and this is crucial for someone like you, who values authenticity.
Right.
evyAI is a tool.
It is.
It's up to you to use it responsibly,
Mm-hmm.
ethically,
Absolutely.
and in a way that feels genuine to your brand.
Couldn't agree more.
Right.
Think of it like a really, really high-powered telescope.
Okay.
It can reveal some incredible things you wouldn't be able to see with the naked eye.
Right.
But it's up to you to interpret those observations.
Right.
Draw your own conclusions.
Yeah.
And use that knowledge to navigate the vast universe that is LinkedIn.
That is a really, really great way to put it.
Thank you.
So, to our listener out there who's been taking notes,
Right.
the big takeaway here is evyAI has the potential to be a game changer,
Yeah.
but it's not a magic bullet. It requires engagement,
You got to put in the work.
thoughtful engagement, continuous learning,
Absolutely.
and a commitment to using it in a way that aligns with your values.
That's right.
Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive.
This is great.
I hope you found this exploration of evyAI both informative and thought-provoking.
It was fantastic.
Until next time, keep learning,
Keep learning.
keep connecting,
Keep connecting.
and keep shining bright on LinkedIn.
That's right.
Wow. That was a 9-minute episode of, that was just all AI. That is, my mind is blown. My mind is blown. That's all I have to say. Mind blown. Write mind blown in the chat if you're blown. If your mind is blown.